Hello beautiful monarchs, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day, afternoon or night wherever you are. If not, I hope it gets better. I want you monarchs to take a look back at the TV shows you watched when you were a kid. Did you ever watch a TV series that once took the world by storm? But then at some point, the TV series' popularity drastically declined to the point where it fell deep into obscurity. As a result, both its declined popularity and people eventually forgetting about it. I know a TV series I watched when I was a kid that went exactly through that. And one I spent a whole summer school holiday watching. And that TV series is Clay Kids. C-L-A-Y, Clay Kids. If you're out of the loop about Clay Kids, no worries, I'll help you back in. Clay Kids is a stop-motion animated TV series created by Javier Tostado. The series was produced by Clay Animation and TVE. The series was also distributed by Cake Entertainment, who distributed the series for international releases. The series ran from 2013 to 2015 and has a total of 52 episodes and 2 seasons. The series centres around 7 kids called Flippy, Robbie, Carol, Naomi, Mota, Jessie and Albert. Flippy is a troublemaker and an aspiring musician who hates anything to do with school in general. He is also good friends with Robbie. Next we have Mota, who is often unintentionally rude to others and is a whiz when it comes to technology and DJing. He collaborates with Flippy on music projects. And there's Carol, who is an activist who wants to protect the planet. She is also a good student and is very responsible. Then we have Robbie. He is the oldest of the main cast, as he is repeating the school year for the 3rd time. He likes doing graffiti and he is also the designated class bully, who often targets Albert. Next we have Naomi. She is a rich girl and she is quite arrogant. She is often glued to her phone as she is heavily absorbed in sending text messages. She tries to be a part of the popular kids clique, only for them to leave her out. She is the closest to Carol. And there's Jessie. She is very sweet and eccentric. She likes skateboarding and she gets along well with everyone, as she is very loyal and caring. Finally, we have Albert. He loves poetry and art and he's the most intellectual out of the main cast. Other characters included Miss Henderson, who is the teacher of the main cast. Then we have Frank, who is Carol's father and the owner of the cyber cafe the main cast always visit. Next we have Dr. Ed, who is the school's primary doctor. And finally we have the principal, who is, well, obviously the headmaster of the school, and we never get to see his face. As for the plot of the series, there isn't really one. The storylines of the episodes are usually centred around 1 or 3 characters from the main cast, and sometimes focusing on the side characters too. Almost all of the episodes are just one-off storylines. In almost every episode, 1 or more characters would come across something or get involved in something which would lead to the main conflict of the episode, which then 1 or more characters would be trying to solve the problem caused by the conflict. For example, in the episode Console of the Future, Robbie wants the latest video game console for his birthday. However, Flippy can't afford it, so he gets Robbie a knockoff version of the console instead. Robbie is disappointed at first, until he discovers that the console can control people, and he lets the power get to his head, prompting Flippy, Carol and Mota to try and stop him. However, I'm not 100% sure if the entirety of Season 2 continues to follow this formula, as I have yet to watch it in whole. Shortly after its release, Clay Kids quickly became a success in Spain, its home country. However, when it came to the international releases of the series, its popularity skyrocketed. The series had become so popular in America, it had won the Silver Telly Award. At some point, it used to be the most watched TV series in the UK. The popularity of Clay Kids prompted Clay Animation to open up a Zazzle store, which you can still buy stuff from today. Clay Kids also has its own website, where people can learn about the characters, the episodes, and the making of the series. Although, for some reason, the website only lists the episodes from Season 1. Prior to 2024, when it was updated, people could watch clips from the series. The website also used to have downloadables too. These downloadables included ringtones, desktop wallpapers, and a media kit. However, since the website was updated in 2024, it no longer has downloadables. But you can still download these by going through the Wayback Machine. The clips on the website are no longer there, but they are still viewable with the help of the Wayback Machine. Apart from the Lost Pilot. At some point, Clay Animation partnered with the game development company My Talking Toys to create an app for Clay Kids, which was called Talking Clay Kids, which was released in 2014. They had even used stop motion to help create the app, just like what they used for the show. The app was focused on Flippy and the other main cast in their classroom. Players could choose from a selection of buttons, which would have Flippy and the other characters do different things, such as Flippy and Mota attempting to perform the theme song and getting caught by Miss Henderson. The app also featured a paper tossing minigame and a feature where players could create photos of Flippy. The app was available for both iOS and Android. Unfortunately, the app is no longer available for download on both the Apple and Google Play stores. Most likely due to a discontinuation of Clay Kids, Clay Animation possibly cutting ties with My Talking Toys, and Clay Kids just simply losing its popularity. Over the course of time, popular TV shows naturally lose their popularity. Clay Kids was no exception to this. In 2015, Clay Animation stopped producing episodes for Clay Kids, marking the end of the series. However, they never gave an explanation of why they stopped producing the series. There are tons of possible reasons for why Clay Kids ended, considering how expensive and time-consuming stop-motion animation is. Maybe Clay Animation just simply wanted to move on to other projects. Or perhaps they just simply didn't have a budget to produce more episodes. There is one factor that I believe may have resulted in the cancellation of Clay Kids, and that factor being one of the episodes. And that episode is Big in Japan, which is considered to be the most controversial episode of the series. What happens in that episode is that Flippy and Mota steal a song from a Japanese band and perform it as their own, with the intention to annoy the fans of the band. However, Flippy Miyamoto also mocked the Japanese language as well. It honestly baffles me how this episode was even allowed to air. What on earth were the writers thinking? I wouldn't even be surprised if this episode really did contribute to the cancellation of Clay Kids. Another factor I believe may have resulted in the cancellation of Clay Kids was the popularity loss itself. Perhaps Clay Animation realised there was now a lack of interest in Clay Kids due to its popularity loss. So they decided that the series had run its course. Since Clay Kids finished its run, for some reason the episodes themselves have been almost inaccessible. Strangely enough, Clay Kids never had any DVD releases, despite how successful it was. However, the first season got released on the streaming service Filmin. Unfortunately, it is locked behind an expected paywall. However, the official YouTube channel for Clay Kids recently announced a few months ago in a reply to a comment that they were planning on uploading all the episodes in the next coming months. So hopefully, all of the episodes will become available again and Clay Kids could perhaps regain its popularity. However, I do hope they remove Big in Japan, like what Winx Club did with their controversial episode. I doubt they will, considering the episode is listed on their website. Sadly, that's all I've got time for this video today, Monarchs. I'm afraid it's time to close the curtains and say my goodbyes. Thank you ever so much for watching this video and coming across my channel. I hope you've had a wonderful time. If you have, that's great. If you haven't, that's okay too. This type of content isn't everyone's cup of tea. If you want to know when I next post a video, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out. Well, I got to skate away now. Once again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for the next video and stay happy. Bye bye.